adventurers. Today we're talking about the guest tickets that you get with your SeaWorld annual pass. There's been some confusion about some things with that here recently, so I want to make a video to explain what you can expect with guest tickets. Let's dive in. So to begin with, let me tell you which passes get guest tickets. So there are 5 pass types: SeaWorld Orlando, Fun Card, Bronze, Silver, Gold, and Platinum, and only Silver, Gold, and Platinum get guest tickets. For Silver, you get 3, for Gold, you get 5, and for Platinum, you get 8, which is a change to the guest tickets for this year. In the past, Silver only got 2, Gold only got 4, and Platinum only got 6 tickets, but now they've increased that number. There are additional guest tickets that will be kind of rolled out throughout the year, but those are not guaranteed. These tickets are. So let me try to answer a couple questions around these tickets that I see quite frequently. One of those questions is, how many times can I use these guest tickets? Some people believe that you have one guest ticket for a certain period and that you can use that ticket every time you go. It's not the case. They are one and done. Now, additionally, the guest tickets also do need to be used on the day that you print them at the park, or if you've gone online and printed it off, it'll probably have a date on there it has to be used by. So be aware, there is a end date at which you have to use these guest tickets. Additionally, one of the biggest questions is, when do we get to use guest tickets? So SeaWorld used to let you use them all at one time. However you wanted to use them, you could use them. But there was kind of misuse of that. People would go and just buy the annual pass, use all the free tickets to get their people into the park, and then not pay additional ticket prices. So SeaWorld has put them on a rolling calendar, which let me tell you what that is. So for Silver, you get tickets 3 times during the year, so it'll be January 1st through 25th for the calendar year 2026, and then from September 26th through December 31st. Then, starting in 2027, it's January 1st through September 24th. So those are the 3 periods in which you can use the Silver tickets. Now, for Gold and Platinum, different quantities of tickets, but the same periods. It is January 1st through May 10th, then May 10th through September 25th, September 25th through the December 31st, and then in 2027, January 1st through May 9th. So 4 times a year. So with that, Platinum, you get 2 tickets during each of those periods. For Gold, it is 1 ticket in January through May, 2 tickets May through September, and then 1 ticket for each of the following periods. Now, this is kind of disappointing that they do it this way, but unfortunately, SeaWorld needs to make money, and so this is how they found that it works best, is to roll these tickets out on a schedule, and then you get to bring your guest with you during those times. So you can plan accordingly as to when you want to take your guest with you. So another question people often ask is, where can I use my guest tickets? So here's a couple explanations on that. So if you have just a single park pass, say SeaWorld Orlando, you can only use your guest tickets there. If you have the 2 park pass of SeaWorld and Aquatica, then you can use it at either place, but it is not 1 ticket to each park. It is one, for Silver, 1 ticket that can be used 1 time. If you have the 4 park pass for the state of Florida, that means you can go to SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Aquatica, or Adventure Island. Remember them all? Fantastic. You can use the tickets there, but again, it is not 1 ticket per park. It is 1 ticket. So you get to choose which place you want to take your guest. So how do you redeem your guest tickets? Well, I kind of mentioned it before, but there are 2 options. One is you can go to a kiosk in the park at the front at SeaWorld Orlando. There's the kiosks. Go there. Scan your pass, scroll down through all of the list of options, and click free guest ticket. Or alternately, you can use the website and make sure you print that off. I don't recall specifically, because I don't usually do it that way, if you have to put in a date for when you go, but I do believe you have to put in a name that needs to be associated with that pass. Now, the other, I hate to call this a change because it's not a change. We're going to call it an enforcement of rules. SeaWorld has always had rules around their guest tickets, and they are currently enforcing them. So let me tell you one of the main things that they are enforcing. So it has always been understood by me and most other people and by SeaWorld that the guest tickets were meant to be used by the pass holder to bring a guest with them to the park. Unfortunately, that is not how things have devolved. People have chosen to sell their guest tickets or just to randomly give their guest tickets to people, say on the internet, through Facebook groups, or just have a friend is like, hey, you want to go? Here's your ticket. Go have fun. And that was never what SeaWorld intended. So, unfortunately, they are now having to crack down on that, and people aren't happy about it, understandably. It's hard when you get into a routine. It's like, hey, I can just give this ticket to a friend, they can go, I don't have to go, or they can go in early. Not anymore. So let me read to you from the pass member guest ticket page, where you're going to go click on that guest ticket. Here is what it says. It says, guest admission requirement. Complimentary friend for free tickets are valid only when the pass member is present with the friend at the time of entry or already in the park on the same day. These tickets are not valid for standalone use, which means you can't just go use it, individually, and cannot be activated without the pass member who is linked to that friend-free ticket. Admission will not be granted. No exceptions apply. Unfortunately, because people keep breaking the rules, they are trying to crack down on this. I know now when I go and try to use any of the the $10 bucks, different things like that, I have to put in my full name. I don't think it gets printed off on the ticket, but it is confirming that, hey, you know what the name is, you're putting that in. And they're also asking for ID a lot more frequently, not typically going through to have your ticket scanned, because mine has the annual pass. I got a picture scanned with it, so it's kind of already associated. But definitely when you're going to park, they're checking IDs more. So they're trying to crack down on misuse of this cool free offer that they have given. So, with all that being said, you can't just hand your free guest tickets off to anyone anymore and say, hey, go enjoy a day in the park. That was never the intent. It was for you to be able to have a friend or a family member, take them and get to enjoy the park with them. So let me answer one more question that is commonly kind of asked about what people with guest tickets can do in the park. So it's like, what can they experience? They can experience basically everything. There's a couple exceptions. One of them is, as a pass holder, silver, gold, and platinum, you guys get to ride the Sky Tower for free. Your guest will not get to do that. They'll have to pay to ride the Sky Tower. The other would be the Pass Member Lounge. You get to get in for free. I think if they're with you, they could get in. If they're on their own, they do not get to get in. There are no discounts associated with the guest ticket. So like you with your annual pass can get a discount on food and beverages. Your guest does not get any of those perks. They get no perks on parking unless you ride in with them and hand your pass and go in with them. Other than that, no perks, but they get to be in the park. So if there's special events like Seven Seas Food Festival, they can buy a sampling lanyard and enjoy that. They can go to the concerts that are happening. All of the shows they can go to. If they want to, during Inside Look, the cool event in January where you get to go like behind the scenes at the rescue center, they get to enjoy that. So events, things in the fall, all of that, they can enjoy in the park. Alright, well that is all of the questions that I can think of. If you have more, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer those if I am able, or I'll try to find you the answer. We'll figure it out. So I want to thank you for watching Ant on the Move. If you enjoyed this video, I try not to ask this too often, but if you did enjoy this video, ask that you would like and subscribe and share it with someone who you think should get a SeaWorld annual pass so they can join you in the park. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Ant on the Move.